How? Hi, Sramna. How are you?
I'm okay.
Great.
Tell
So
us,
let's
what are
move.
you working on? N2.ai, that's a nice name.
Yeah, it's a nice name. I know we got a lot of compliment for that. So essentially, we can move to next slides later. But the genesis of the idea is that in all the communications we do, the voice communication is paramount, even in the world of chats and emails,
Sure.
etc. Right? And businesses usually don't get lot of insights from these voices because it's analog in nature, and to get the insights you have to digitize it. So the genesis of the idea started there, that can we use voice to enable businesses to get insights, right? So can we move to the next slide? So this is founded by me and Tushar. We know each other from past 23 years. I have been a serial entrepreneur, done a venture in a tech before. I couldn't scale it up, so moved to jobs. So at this point of time, we are around 1.5 years old company, building this SaaS product from India for the world. The primary focus market at this point of time is the US market, right? Can we move to the next slide? So essentially, the problem I have defined that essentially voice has a lot of data, and we thought that we'll use the voice data to enable businesses. But the point was, what is the use case? What particular use case should we solve, right? Because the statement is very generic. You can use voice, but for what, right? So we thought that there are a lot of contact centers where there is a voice function, and then the voice is recorded, and then there is a process called QA process which is being set, right? And the QA process is to look at the quality of the calls, train the agents, and create a better CSAT score, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
got deeper into that, and if we move to the next slide, we found out some pain points. So we found out that the evaluation of all the calls which is happening is less than 0.5%, right? So a very small sample is evaluated. The processes are manual and audit driven, is all non-scalable, right? And once
Mm-hmm.
the assessment is driven, the coaching and the training which is done for a particular agent is not well established, and usually they go to one size fit all kind of coaching models, right? So, and we also found out that for contact centers in finance, in healthcare, there is huge compliance and regulatory risks which they are carrying, right? And that's where there is an opportunity. And definitely there are operational inefficiencies which are there, right? So that's what the pain points we found. We may skip on this slide. I think this is not relevant at this point of time. So we established the solution. We created an AI model which do your 100% QA, give you insights on how the agents are performing, and then bring in the opportunities for agents to train, right? So that we are automating the entire QA department at this point of time.
So what do you have here? This price for speech AI, what is you're taking every single call and running it through your AI? That's what you're charging for? What is the unit of that price for speech
Yeah,
AI?
so we charge for on per agent per month basis, right?
Oh,
Because
I
we are
see.
saying we evaluating an agent, we are evaluating all the calls of that agent, and we are helping you
Okay.
improve that agent's efficiency.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Yeah. So can we move to next slide? Yeah, so this is the what the model looks like. So we take a call recording. We are in process of building a chat and email. We then transcribe into a text, and then basis the business requirement, we build the analytics over it, right? So we train the models basis the business requirements. Some of the businesses want to increase their CSAT. Some of the businesses want to increase their sales numbers, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
two models for that. Yeah. So and we are impacting these matrices. Firstly, we say we cover 100% of the calls. We reduce the average handle time, which is one of the matrices which industries is looking at, by 40%. We increase the evaluation by 3x, 5x. In the revenue side, we have helped a couple of clients increase their revenue by 13%. The SQLs have increased by 50%, and wrongly qualified leads brought down by 84% just by the way of coaching and training the agents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's move
And
to.
how many, this is a B2B business, right?
This is a B2B
How
business,
many
yeah.
customers do you have?
So at this point of time, we have 11 customers.
And they're all Indian customers?
No, no, no. We are selling, they are mostly US customers, right? They are SMB
Oh,
customers.
very,
Yeah.
all right.
They are SMB
Okay.
customers.
So talk to me about the competitive landscape. This idea has been around. There are other people who are doing it. So what's happening?
Yeah. So that's where uh, we are stuck at this point of time, right? So if you look at the revenue intelligence space, you would find big names like Gong and Chorus, right? So they are essentially serving large scale clients and large scale B2B clients. So we are not serving in that market. They are usually solving a sales use case. What we are solving is more or less a contact center use case where the calling is happening on mass, and we are targeting a mid market or an SMB at this point of time, right? But in even that, there are a couple of players like Observe, Unifor. There is this new player called Cresta, which has just come up and has become a unicorn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unifor has also become a unicorn a couple of months back, right? So when we started, we didn't know that the space is per se crowded, but now it seems to be a crowded space, right?
It is very crowded.
That's where we are stuck, right? So right now we are sitting at an ARR of around 50K, right? The problem is the speed is pretty slow, right?
50K ARR or MRR?
Yeah, ARR.
ARR. Okay.
Yeah. The problem is the speed of our GTM and acquiring customers is pretty slow, right? Uh, the other problem is we thought that it is a play where we can build in India, start sell in the US from sitting from India. That is perhaps not happening. What we can see that all our competitors have their on ground sales in the US, right? So all of them seems to be well funded, right? Whereas we have raised a friends and family round till now, right? So that's
Yeah.
the overall scenario where we are, and that's where we are stuck, right? Now and that's where we need your guidance, right? How to go and do a GTM, maybe
Yeah, we
what
have to find a go-to-market strategy that addresses that competitive landscape and finds you the gap. So,
right,
yep,
right.
that's exactly right. That's
And
exactly
and
where we need to work.
And the other question is, overall, the revenue intelligence market seems to be a very fast-moving market. Whereas if I look at the contact center market, overall, it seems to be a slow-moving market. So the other question is, after 1.5 year, is it right time to pivot? Is it right time to look at uh,
No, pivot, right? The technology is similar. I think it's uh, I don't know. I haven't looked at the details yet, so I will look at the details if you decide to join 1M by 1M. Um, I think actually, there is a tremendous problem with churn
Mhm.
in for businesses. They have customers, but the customers churn, and there's a customer lifetime value problem. So, if your technology can impact churn, we can come up with a positioning around all that. So, I mean, there are ways of playing this, I think, but I will need to work with you on the competitive landscape and better understand the competition before we can go there. So that's. I mean, if you join 1M by 1M, that's going to be the first thing we're going to work on.
Okay. The other thing is that since most of the competitors are really in a funding game, right? So this requires funding, right? So we have been in the fundraise sprint, but then because of the slow growth, perhaps that's not happening, or perhaps we have not put in the right effort. So whatever the reason is, but as
It's
per
going to require work. You're not ready for funding for those reasons. If you're showing slow 50K ARR, is not going to get you funding in a market that is that crowded unless you're able to figure out how to crack that nut and
Mhm.
show that, yeah, you have a trajectory, you have a way of getting to fast growth. Unless you are able to show that the funding is not going to happen. But that's what we're going to be working on.
Okay. All right. I
Okay?
think yeah. That makes sense. So that's about our business. So yeah, I think your suggestion